It's always a battle when the best in the state get together.
Alabama in white, Auburn in orange, Neville Arena. Cold outside as it is across much of the country, but red hot inside this beautiful playing surface. We'll check the starters for you in just a moment. Mingo-Young gets it to the top. Grayson will take it from there straight away and nails it.
Grayson with their feet underneath. Honestly, Scott-Grayson can pull up. She's a three-level shooter. When you give her that much time, it's an opportunity for her to score. And the backdoor pass to Timmons. Can't get the shot away. Kicks it back. The pivot and the shot, and it won't go for Barker. Auburn moving quickly. Alabama in their straight up man for man, try to contain everybody, take it down the middle, one shot, and then rebound. Auburn plays just a two-man game with off the dribble, off the elbows, try to create. 5 on the shot clock. The looper from the baseline is no good, but an offensive foul, it appears, has been called against honestly Scott-Grayson. Both of these teams looking to move up in the SEC standings. Barker puts it on the floor, dumps it off to a cutter down low, and an offensive foul is called against Cody. Joe, you talked about Auburn's defense, and that's where it all starts. Certainly the most compelling evidence of that was a week ago when Auburn just took LSU out of so many of their opportunities offensively. The Tigers defensively weren't good for 10 minutes or 20 minutes. They were good for 40 minutes. They certainly were. They had that sustained effort. You know, you look at LSU. They wanted to play an inside-out game, but the containment by Auburn didn't permit that.
But nailed that one.
No, she hasn't. But she's one of those scorers. You know, she brings just so much toughness to this team.
Auburn off to a hot start as honestly Scott-Grayson bags her second early bucket. 7-0 Tigers with 7:40 to go in the opening period.
Honestly, Scott-Grayson likes to save her stuff for the second half, but Auburn needs her energy here at the beginning of this game.
McQueen gives it up on the outside. McQueen puts it on her hip and drives. The tip is no good, and a flat-footed rebound is claimed by Savannah Scott.
Savannah Scott early on in this season was a force for this team. And now with the ability of Mingo-Young being a difference maker at the point and knocking down that three.
And Nye indeed is in the lineup as she breaks down low and sets a pick in the lane. Williams with the entry pass. It's contested. Barker's able to get to it. Flips it down low to Cody. Left-handed shot. Bounces. Won't go. And here comes Auburn.
Savannah Scott does a great job of keeping the ball in front of her and making it hard for Cody to make a pivot and put it down.
Oh, Scott rolled. They didn't get her. Now they go back to her. She uses the left hand.
She's a very good low post presence, and that's something that's missing in this SEC Women's League.
Auburn has scored the first 12 points, but the run is over now.
Who has that sustained effort? Well, let's see what Alabama can do. Let's see what Auburn can do.
Talking about DeWanna Bonner, we'll have the opportunity to speak to her.
Find out how the young lady is doing in the WNBA right now. And I like that jacket. I wonder where I can get one like that. Maybe a T-shirt for you, but a jacket
well
for
maybe
me.
She'll just give you that jacket.
It won't fit. There she is. What a player here with the ability to score.
What a player in the NBA, too, WNBA.
And she's still a hard guard. At her length, she creates so much difficulty to be guarded on the perimeter, and she loves that perimeter game.
Mingo-Young comes up empty on the free throw, and she's a really fine free throw shooter that's unusual to see her miss. Auburn running the floor, but can't get the layup to go by Sumbane. Barker puts it on the floor and scoops and scores.
Great body control by Barker.
You talked about her versatility, and we've already seen it, even though that's her first bucket.
First 6-footer. I mean, well, of course, she's going to be the scouting report. They're going to overplay her and just try to slow her down.
And a jump shot from the key.
knocked down by Timmons.
Now, what Alabama has to be concerned about is the fact that, honestly, Scott-Grayson is on a roll. For her to score her third basket right now, they've got to keep the ball out of her hands.
Honestly, Scott-Grayson from transfer from New Jersey. From Baylor. And it's going to go back to Auburn. What a job Johnnie Harris has done with his Auburn team in a short period of time. When she took over, Joe, and it certainly is no secret, this program was not one of the respected programs in the SEC. It has become that and more in a short period of time.
It certainly has, and Johnny's doing a great job and her staff to bring in some players that understand her style and her philosophy offensively and defensively. And with the transfer portal, with the NIL right now, you can change the face of your team every year, and they've done a great job of bringing in players that defensively give you a sustained effort for 40 minutes, then offensively share the ball.
A really nice feed inside. Hakeem Balawa getting it done after the dish by Sumbane. Auburn pokes it away. Shades of a week ago against LSU. Barker rises and rejects it.
Marshawn is one of these ball players that loves to defend in space. Probably one of our...
Knowing your affinity for that type of ball player, you would have loved to have coached her, wouldn't you?
Certainly. She's that type of ball player.
3 minutes remain in the opening period. It's been a good start for the Auburn Tigers, leading 17-4. Shaw rips it home. And this has been a magnificent start offensively and defensively for Auburn.
Certainly has. Their ability to make that first catch hard on the entry pass, and then just anytime you give up your dribble against this Auburn team, they're going to overplay the passing lanes. It's happened right there where Sydney Shaw makes an interception.
Good ball movement by Auburn. The open shot wouldn't go from about 6 feet, but Auburn did everything it should do to create that kind of opportunity. There's a quick release and a score.
Auburn playing their two-man game, trying to get isolations, and they do with Duhan inside.
She couldn't finish, though, and the rebound picked off by Timmons. Kick left side, 3-ball, no. Offensive rebound, no on the second attempt, and it's taken away. Auburn on the move. Bostic with a late pass. They're going to count it. They're going to count it. She's had some difficulty at the free throw line, but not on this one. McQueen has it poked away and nearly stolen, and now McQueen is on the sideline. 22-6. Auburn can stretch the lead with the last possession of the first quarter. Bostic takes it to the top, surveys the field from there. Hook pass down low. Left-handed opportunity won't go, and that's the way the first quarter ends, but a really effective first period for the Auburn Tigers.
That's a redeemed team right there.
Exactly. If we can only all step on the court together, that would be amazing.
I'd come back and coach you,
right,
that's for sure.
That's a bet.
But, we watched you play. We enjoyed you playing here. I mean, you were one of the best that ever played at Auburn. Tell me about what's your lasting memory of being at Auburn?
Just watching the program grow. I recall when we came in freshmen, we barely had fans, and then even my senior year, it was sold out arenas, and get those lifelong memories with those fans who are diehard Auburn fans, because they're out there.
Well, I remember that game in the Coliseum when you played Tennessee about
yes.
12,000 fans
exactly.
in there, and the connections are there. And that's why I'm still here at Auburn. In terms of, I had 4 daughters. My oldest daughter played for me right here. And that's when we went to 3 Final Fours. But like you say, it's just It's just home.
It's home.
And we need to see you more at home.
I agree, and I will be. That is a promise.
Are you playing international at all?
I'm not. So this is the first time that I had an off season, so that's why I'm able to come home and be here.
So what do you think of this year's team?
They're fighters. That's what I like about them. No matter what, they're going to keep fighting. I keep telling them, no matter win, lose, and draw, you're playing for something. I bleed orange and blue. I love it. This is where I grew.
Who you are and what you've accomplished, but not forgetting really the love for your family and Auburn.
Never. I would never forget it because they give it back to me. So I'm definitely planning to come back more often and receive that love and also give it.
Well, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
War Eagle.
War Eagle, thank you.
DeWanna Bonner, one of the greatest ever in college and professional basketball. 24-10, the lead has shrunk a bit. Auburn has missed its last 2 or 3 possessions. Let's see if they can get right back. Oh, what a great pass inside. Just terrific work.
That's a big key when you play team defense with a sustained effort like they are right now.
McQueen goes roaring into the lane and crashes into a defender. Let's see if everybody's okay. South Carolina, the only undefeated team left in Division I, squares off against the Aggies. South Carolina and Texas A&M. That South Carolina team is the real deal, Joe.
They certainly are. Every position, they just play 40 minutes of South Carolina basketball. Offensively, they create scoring opportunities, but then defensively, they just disrupt what you try to do.
Auburn by 15 against Alabama, 6.5 to go, second quarter. Again, the lob down low, the catch, and the lay-in. Savannah Scott using her size and agility to get the lay-in.
And that's what we saw early on in the preseason with Savannah Scott. She disappeared, and all of a sudden, she's back with vengeance.
And she has really developed her game. Her ability to move people out of the way legally and accept the ball has really improved.
It certainly has, Lena. And her, like you said, her hand and eye coordination.
Try to follow quickly. Scott puts it back up, leaves it short. And that's poked away, tipped away, and finally controlled by Alabama. The Tigers have done a sensational job defensively on Barker. And that's going to go in. He's played in every game this year and has a couple of starts. Line drive jump shot. Bounces out. Mingo-Young tried to ram it home. Alabama in transition. Ball is lost. Late pass across the lane. And a deflection. Good defense by Collins. Auburn trying to finish on the other end.
Like 2 Alabama players watch her, secured, and score.
30-14. Auburn is taking it to Alabama, but another inside bucket is converted by Jessica Timmons.
What Alabama is trying to do offensively right now is keep that dribble alive and attack the rim. They're finding out that Alabama's pressure defense is creating dribble drive lanes for them.
Barker after the steal gets down low, and a foul is called, and Barker will be shooting some free throws.
Alabama's doing a good job of getting some new faces in there, but conditioning is going to play a part in this game.
Auburn scored the first 12 points in this game.
They went off to an early run. Now Alabama has to play catch-up. They're trying to do with this matchup defense.
And a pull-up jump shot is rammed home by Mingo-Young. And she will go to the line. From mid-range with that jump shot is just so valuable.
Basketball IQ, and Mingo-Young, she's a difference maker on this Auburn team. A playmaker, difference maker.
And the lead is stretched. Look how Mingo-Young has improved from a scoring standpoint.
Well, you know, you had 2 years at Mississippi State. I believe that was when Vic Schaefer might have been there, and Coach Harris. Then she goes to Alabama, and now at Auburn. she's on a 5-year plan, which I give these young ladies credit to hang in there and play and have great opportunities to play in crowds like you have in the SEC, and just the competition.
And a reverse layup comes up a little bit short. McKenna Eddings was a bit out of control with that opportunity. Long three is up, and Timmons tried to get another one. Can't do it, and it's going to stay with Alabama.
One time, but they do a great job of trying to score in the possessions, but another great job by Auburn to take that away, disrupt their offensive flow. Now, Caitlin Duhan just has to relax. You have a 12-point lead. You're 20 feet away from the basket.
Duhan goes to the bench. She's replaced by Marshawn Bostic, who quite possibly is the fastest Auburn Tiger up and down the court.
And is as fast as a ball player I've seen in the SEC. It's different running up and down, but when you have that basketball, she does a great job.
That's a huge statement for you to compliment her like that. You know, my coach always ended practice, Joe, take 2 laps around Rollins and go get a shower.
Great effort right there. Jackknife position, which is teachable. Jackknife, get the defense on your backside so you can create space when you elevate up to the basket.
Just under 3 minutes to go in what has been a splendid first half for Auburn on its own court. There's some of that speed we were talking about.
And run the floor and score or draw fouls.
Bostic at 61%.
Auburn only taking 12, just over 12 free throws per game.
Somebody who's certainly familiar with play.
She did when Mingo-Young had some issues, and then picks up the dribble. Instead of going 80 miles an hour, Mingo-Young will go 50, 55, 60, and take that is outstanding. Let's see what they try to do offensively. Auburn's not letting up. They put great pressure on the ball.
Perfect example there. Timmons with a step-back three to Mingo-Young, who gets rid of it down to Shaw. Cut off on the baseline. Alabama in a bit of a zone right now. And the shot clock expiring. But Auburn down to 2. This will count if it goes. It does not. Tipped around. Auburn grabs the rebound. This is Shaw. She'll take the 3. Missed it right. Jones with a rebound, and not something you want to do to commit a foul there.
Certainly not.
Really a bonus opportunity for her. Naomi has played in 11 games off the
Pretty
bench.
good skill level. You like that shooting motion right there. And as I say that, she misses it.
She got it back, and now the horn finally ends. And Alabama with a late flurry. McQueen will trigger it. This is Timmons, who had 16 in the first half. They've got to get Barker going, don't you think?
They certainly do.
That's fumbled away, and Barker dives in there to try to get a piece of that loose ball. It is saved by Auburn. A scoop at the hoop does not go down for Mingo-Young. Timmons fakes right, dribbles left, pulls up from 6 feet, misses long. Barker battling for the rebound. That's a strong effort for her. Gets it back down inside, and Timmons up and under.
Back to the zone. Let's see if Auburn will have patience.
Honesty, Scott-Grayson. 76.8% at the stripe. Second on the club with converted three-point shots. She had 17 coming into the game. And Auburn's going to have to make its free throw. Collins couldn't get it to go down for Auburn. But Alabama comes up empty on the possession. A nice long lead pass, and the lay-in is good. Pull-up jump shot.
Take your shots that you make in practice and play on.
And your statement was correct, Joe. That was her first shot from 2-point or 3-point range.
Physicality and contact and knock it down.
Scott-Grayson committed the foul. 6:40 to play, third quarter. Duhan goes inside.
Duhan sees a crease, but then it closes quickly, and she gets called for the foul.
McQueen powers her way in as an Auburn defender went down. That was Bostic who lost her footing, and we've got a 5-point game. Auburn's biggest lead has been 17. The Tigers couldn't get it to go as Bostic misses the layup. McQueen hustling down again, scores again. And ladies and gentlemen,
she is Alabama offense right now.
Indeed, she is. And she's not far away from a career high in points. Let's see what Auburn can do here. This is a very big possession. Even further illustrates the importance of Timmons today.
Certainly does. And Timmons once again gets the ball in the corner.
And there's Barker as
she can't knock it down, but like you said, Barker finds a way.
Barker had that roll around and it drops through. She's capable of getting that shot off a lot. So far, she's not been able to really get involved in the offense. But she is capable, and we've got a 3-point game.
Auburn attacking the elbows, which they need to, then dropping it down low, which is the key.
And this is a very big possession for the Crimson Tide. That ball was tipped. It is not a backcourt violation. Barker leaning over the dribble, stops on the elbow. And a difficult shot is up and in. A three from the left side. Rattles in and out. It went down and then reverberated away. Missed by Shaw. Here's Barker pivoting. Kicks it out to Nye. Nye scooping at the hoop and draws a blocking foul. One of the leading numbers in the country in the next 12 minutes and make a difference from out court. One thing we've seen consistently in the second half is this zone defense. That was a 14-foot shot from number 14, a little bit flat by Collins. And there is Barker on the move. And Alabama, for the first time, has taken the lead. They've come from 17 back to take a 49-48 lead with 100-plus seconds remaining in the third quarter. What a turnaround this has been.
It certainly has. Connected Nye. Great bounce pass to Barker.
Auburn will get the next one if indeed there is one. And right now, Alabama leads by 1. And now leads by 3. Nobody was able to step in front of Timmons.
Well, Alabama's running that high post screen, and there's no coverage after she comes off the ball. Alabama is spreading out Auburn, so their defense, you can't give help on the dribble drive in the paint.
Boy, it's been a JT afternoon, Jessica Timmons. That will work for the Auburn Tigers. They get it into the hands of Savannah Scott.
For one opportunity.
They want to take at least a 1-point lead into the fourth quarter. This is Barker. 6 seconds to go. Barker off balance. That shot rejected. Rejected by Collins. And that is the end of a frenetic third quarter. Alabama has come from 17 back. 10 minutes to play. Auburn in orange. Alabama in white.
Auburn looking for that high-low position with Savannah Scott down low and Collins up at the elbow. Makes a good passing game. And then you have Cindy Shaw, and then you have, honestly, Scott-Grayson outside as your shooters.
Shaw's last shot came up a little short on the looper. Barker for 3. The knuckleball comes up a little bit short, but Weathers rebounds. Offensive rebound. Another 3 attempt. Misses left, and a defensive rebound pulled off by Auburn. And now a foul in backcourt. Barker made contact.
Well, I think Alabama's trying to identify where Scott-Grayson is. When she's on the perimeter, they know they have to cover her.
Oh, that went down and rolled around and fell away, but a good effort by Scott.
And secures the rebound, goes up for the shot, and now she's at the free throw line.
Antonio Reeves, number 8, Kentucky, takes on Michi Johnson in South Carolina. So it's wall-to-wall basketball here on the network. Auburn back with a 1-point lead. Timmons hanging in the air. Her shot rejected by Sydney Shaw. Auburn moving quickly. The lay-in is good. Fourth quarter, what a ball game we've had. Alabama and Auburn living up to it. Steele on the wing by Mingo-Young. All the way down, lays it in. And Alabama will take a timeout. The lights are flickering. The energy.
It's a secure basket. Important possession right now.
Auburn comes out with pressure. It forces a bad throw. And the steal. And the throwdown. And the layup. Taylon Collins. Barker, who's been through these wars before. Oh, what a great pass. And a really nice effort. 5 points is the lead for Auburn. Quick lob down into traffic. Kick out is intercepted by who else? Timmons. McQueen fumbles it. Timmons, or rather Nye, will take the three. Ball is batted around. Timmons is able to get to it. She'll pump a three and nails it. 26 for Timmons, Joe, and that's a career high.
But a big loss for Alabama right now with Essence Cody leaving the ball game.
Scott-Grayson at the stripe. 76.8% on the year. That's perfect. The place goes silent. And Scott-Grayson drills another one. Nye, nice fake dribble, gets it down low and scores with the left hand. Alabama back in the zone. Can Shaw break it? Yes, she does. Sydney Shaw. Timmons, who's had a magnificent game, kicks it out. Great ball movement. Weathers passed up the three. She'll give it to the shooter, Nye. Nye can't get it to go. Weathers deflected that ball out of bounds.
Getting one in that basket.
She's made 67 three-point shots this year. Has Nye, number 32 in white. There's the lob into traffic. A nice catch, but the receiver was falling down. That was Sumbane, but she's able to recover it. Gets down low again, and what a feed! What a feed from Scott-Grayson to Sumbane. Timmons misses. Timmons goes down hard on her side. So does an Auburn player. Leading by 7. A little more distance now between these teams, the Tigers and the Crimson Tide. There is some difficulty in backcourt. And a foul is called, I believe. Bostic, the junior out of St. Louis, a 61% free throw shooter. That's big. And that's big. McQueen. That is blocked. Shaw went right up and rejected it. Boy, did she hold her ground, and her timing was sensational.
Setting up the baseline out of bounds play.
With 12 on the shot clock. And that's left short by Barker. Her tough afternoon continues. Alabama giving up a runner. And it's 69-58. Weathers. She's fouled. Carly Weathers is a 75% free throw shooter. She's played in 21 games with a couple of starts.
Auburn's fans are yelling, if she misses this, there's free fries. Oh.
Yeah, they call them what? It's a local restaurant that offers. Bostic is a 61% free throw shooter. It's a real behind-the-scenes look. 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. Auburn staying with it. Now leads 71-59. Here comes Shaw. And an injured Auburn player who has not been able to get up after that mix-up. That's Bostic, I think.
One thing about Marshawn Bostic, she plays all out.
Yep.
She's one of those teammates that she's very unselfish. She's the best defender in space, disruptive ball handler, and great rebounder.
If it wishes, Auburn can take the clock down to about 2 minutes. Offensive foul is called. I've been impressed by Weathers. She is slight of build, but plays a lot bigger and a lot stronger.
Well, she's a freshman, and she will get bigger and stronger as time goes on.
Barker is knocked to the floor.
Right now, they have to find a way to make this shot and get out there and defend full court and try to get a steal.
The lead is 10 for Auburn. Auburn is fortunate twice that it didn't give up that ball in backcourt.
Certainly are.
Mingo-Young controlling the dribble against Weathers. 15 to shoot. A minute and a half left in this contest. Kick out for a three ball, at least the opportunity for one. Scott-Grayson shoots the leaning jumper. It rattles out, and the ball is saved. Scott-Grayson hanging in the air, draws the foul, but give a heck of a lot of credit to Taylon Collins, who kept that ball in play.
Well, we should notice her simply because she plays most minutes of anybody on this Auburn team, but just like you said, quietly, she's that team ball player.
And your point is well made about the most minutes. She is the only Tiger to have started every game this year. Weathers leans, turns, gets it down to Jones, and nobody guarded Jones. 42 seconds and counting. 10 on the shot clock. Mingo-Young got into trouble. Auburn with a double-digit lead. And a foul called on Barker, a 66% free throw shooter. Out of Muldrow, Oklahoma, by way of Oklahoma State, with over 9 rebounds a game. So she came with some credentials, didn't she?
She certainly did. The desire and want to rebound, to be a teammate. Certainly she has been a big credit to this Auburn team, both offensively and defensively.
Auburn is about to put a bow on this one. 15-6 overall.
2-3, or 2-4 also.
Auburn 1-4 in the league right now, about to add to that win total in SEC play, and about to win for the 13th time against 6 defeats overall. Well, here's something we rarely see, and that's Christy Curry, who is absolutely inflamed right now. This is one of the calmest, most patient coaches in America.
She's a class act. She's a great ambassador for not only the game, but more importantly, the SEC women's basketball.
Joe, we've known her for a long time. She comes from tiny Olla, O-L-L-A, Louisiana. Her mother was a legendary high school basketball and softball coach. And look at the bottom of the screen. Christy Curry, that's very, very non-typical for her.
It certainly is. The game's over. The game's over, and some of the calls could be questionable, but now you just let it go. But Christy Curry and Kelly, great representatives of Alabama women's basketball, the SEC, and women's basketball in general.
Well, she's had a heck of a career at some other places as well.
At Purdue,
yep.
At Texas Tech, but she's a teacher of the game, team building. She loves her players, and her players acknowledge her.
Right now she needs a Tums, though.
I'll let you tell her that.
Scott-Grayson trying to add to the point total. Auburn will get possession after the technical foul. Scott-Grayson will throw it in play from midcourt. She's got the backcourt to use. This is Mingo-Young. 18 seconds left. Mingo-Young, if she wishes, can dribble it out. 10 seconds. 6 seconds. The celebration is on. The clock is at 0-0. Auburn is a winner over Alabama in a topsy-turvy back-and-forth game.